Good morning, Zwifters. Welcome to the KRT Racer Focus here on Zwift Community Live. We're doing a live racing event. It means everybody you see on your screen is connected to a bike. There are real people pedaling around the world, getting ready to do 6 laps of the London Classique course. All ready for a flat one today myself. We've got 30 seconds to the start. Just finished our warm-up. I'm real excited to get underway here with you on Zwift Community Live. It's been a while. Last Thursday I got dropped on a hilly race, hoping for a different outcome today. Stay with the group as long as possible. This is a KISS race, a community organized race, put on with a little bit of help from our friends at Zwift HQ. So, sit back, relax, and watch me sweat a little bit here. Always got to be ready for the quick start in the KISS races. It's going to be an interesting one today. I understand that we will not have special race privileges today, so other riders will be on course, which is going to make it challenging, a new element. But so far it actually looks like it's just us. Always hard out of the gun in KISS. A little bit of rolling hills at the start. But the group is formed. I don't see any of the big names, so this group will probably stay together for a bunch kick. That's my assessment. We gotta ride 5Ks to get to the course before the circuit counter begins. It's a pretty tough ask. We got some critical course features on the way. You want to stay in contact with the blob. That's the peloton that I'm in. You want to be on the wheels, towards the front, no messing around. Because when you hit a critical course feature, and you're not in a good spot, not in a good position, you can get dropped. So that's the main strategy in Zwift. It's to know, in racing, to know the course, understand your weaknesses, and play to your strengths. A lot of those things are common to real life racing. There's just a different skill set involved. For example, I just pedaled directly through somebody else's body. Can't do that outside. But you gotta be aware of the wash, because it'll just wash you around in the blob, and there's no real way to control what side of the group you're on or anything. So you just got to see what's happening, and if you don't like it, the only way out is to increase power. So you'll see right now I've been pegged the threshold, more or less, for this whole first couple Ks. you have any questions, I will be monitoring the Facebook. Thanks, Stefan. First critical course feature coming up. It is a right-hand turn, followed by a little bit of a gradient, a ramp up into Whitehall. Or actually, it's a different road, but it's headed up to Trafalgar Square. So the Thames on our left and suffering about to be on our right. I'm tall and I'm heavy, so what I want is to go a little bit easier than the rest of the guys. So how I'm going to do that is try to start at the front. And then as they go past, I won't have to go as hard to stay in the group. So take a right through the junction. Some attacks going. I'm not gonna chase, just need to be in the blob so that others chasing will help. I'm sheltering from the wind. If you cut in the wind at 45 Ks, just like outside, you're solo, you gotta do some insanity. What? That's off the back or off the front. So as soon as you see yourself, you can get into the second last row, like I am now. Squeeze the pedals a bit. Get yourself back in the better part of the wash. Got a man up the road. Who is it? Dan. Yep. That's fine. Is there good riding in Reston? Yeah, Brad. I know about Reston. If you want to stay away from traffic, there's the W&OD Trail, which goes all the way from Shirlington out to Purcellville. Great for base miles. Then there's some pretty good roads. They actually just put some nice bike lanes on. So yeah, check out my Strava, Brad. Check back in 2015, summer 2015, spring, summer. Got a lot of Reston rides. If you want to find a route. There's good stuff on the south side and the north side. South side, hit up Glade Drive and South Lakes Drive. Those are real fun, real flat. And if you want a steep climb, there's Birdfoot Lane. That's also back there. Group is increasing pace here back in the race. Seems like somebody kind of countered that attack by Gant. And I'm kind of out of position now. Single file means it's going. Don't want to be back with single file. That caused havoc. We want to keep it hard so nobody counters. No rest for the wicked. Jayward, I'm on a Wahoo kicker. And my threshold is 350. So you're right, 250 watt, not hard for me. So again, in the blob, best place. It's a messy sport. Lap 1. 5 to go. So now we're in a slight flat. Thanks, Sebastian. Trying to get my heart rate down right now, guys. So lower cadence, zone 2. But I know where the attacks will come. Somebody will try to load up our legs here in about 30 seconds at the other end of the mall. So I want to be ready for that. And then they'll keep it going all the way over the hill. And it ain't much of a hill, but you've seen what it's done to me. Little stats going by on the bottom. Just let you know like what this is all about. This is a race. Right now we are in between attacks. We don't know when and where the next one will come. So you got to be ready for it. Recover as much as you can. Got to know your course. So you heard me earlier calling out where I thought the attacks were going to come. Here's one of those spots. You can see the pack getting strung. Not too bad this time. Lap 2. Robert Wilson. I'm Ian Anderson on Strava. There we go. No respite till the U-turn. What we need is KRT to be smooth on the front, keeping it hard, but not dropping me. I'm fine as long as it's smooth. If we get really surgy, it's no good. Oh, that was a few more gags than I like. Get too hot and heart rate gets too high, my body just reacts. Once I recover, I'm fine, more or less, to keep riding. Oh man, that was intense. Trying to get with this gruppetto. I'm alright, Luis. My eyes are full of crap though. Ugh. Oh dear. Well, that's what happens when you have Japanese supermen doing 5 watts per kilogram as tempo. Big fat guys like me can't do that. So, make the most of it, find a gruppetto. These guys are rolling pretty good. I'm gonna stick with them. 20 Ks to go. I basically had 3 really strong weeks, but I didn't give myself a recovery week. So like last Tuesday, I did well, but I was in a bad way on Thursday. So it might just be time to pull the plug on racing for a bit. Though, if you get pushed that hard, it definitely helps you learn to push in an outdoor situation. So, just gotta live and learn. Eventually we'll have enough people racing that getting dropped won't mean getting stuck in a tiny group. You can drop back into a pedo. If you're finishing in the pack of your race, then you probably have the fitness to, get in the top 5. This is annoying. Well, this C guy probably won't be able to stay with us on this hill, I hope, because he's not holding the wheel. I'm wheel sucking, but at least I'm holding the wheel. Oh man, that was brutal. I was even warmed up and everything, ready to go. Indoor needs to be 50 degrees. You keep attacking me, D-High. I'm not gonna pull through. That's how it works. Now we got caught because this guy couldn't keep it smooth. I'm gonna make him chase it down. Got a long way to go to be attacking each other. 14 Ks. Greg wants to know what turbo I'm racing. I'm on the kicker. First generation. Power coming from power tap pedals. Thanks, Carl. No problem, Greg. $12K to go. 2 laps. Now we have these so-called sea riders that were able to catch up to us. Twice, 3 times now. Sandbagging ain't cool, guys. Your categories are based on FTP. Just because you do 3.1 kilowatts per kilogram in a race doesn't mean that's your FTP. Yeah, Kurt, I have compared. The kicker is bogus. The kicker is way high, even when calibrated. And the way that it reacts is advantageous to the numbers that are transmitted to the game. So what happens is it responds to a change in pace like this, but it responds slowly, and then it overcompensates at the other end by holding your power number there longer than it should. So that's what I think about it. Yeah. I use it to change the resistance and for the erg mode. Now we have a blob. Anything over 4 is a blob. So when you have the blob, Nobody really has to do any work. If you're on the back, doing half the watts per kilo, the guy on the front, sometimes you'll even slide around and just go to the front, even though that is physically impossible. Always be aware of the turns. If you have a hairpin like that, or even some of the windier roads, Zwift will scramble the position of everybody. Watch, the blob is just gonna come get us. And we're doing 4 watts per kilogram. They're doing 3. And they're closing it down. One more climb to go. One more lap. Kurt, I don't understand. can pretty easily identify new guys in races because they don't know how to draft. Look at Tomlin here. You need to be smooth. The 6 watt per kilogram sprint is gonna close down a big gap. So just wind it up. Look, he's going hard and then he eases off and loses the wheel. So you wanna be smooth. There's no coasting. There's only easier pedaling and harder pedaling. And I don't like this right now because Tomlin is not holding the wheel. As you see, that gap opens. If you can't trust the guys you're around, you need to drop them or stay in front of them. See, he keeps surging up, and watch, he's going to ease way off. And then drop to the back. So you got to be aware of how to draft. Oh, I see, Kurt. It walks on the floor. I got you. Yeah. I don't find that too much. Some of the guys in Team ODZ actually are building homemade wooden platforms that rock. Like this, they yaw. See, this guy, Tomlin, is not holding the wheels. And it's really frustrating. I'm on a trainer mat. So when I sprint, like race finish sprint, there is a problem. But it doesn't walk, it just tips like that. And you'll find outside, me and my friend Rick Barbera, also on the KRT, when we get out of the saddle outside, we're all straight up and down. So you can tell that we train on the kicker. Outdoors. So probably some bad habits there from us kicker guys. See how he keeps surging? I have like an exercise floor mat. It's about 2 inches thick, or 1.5 inches. All right, 4Ks to go. Yeah, Eugene's right. Yeah, Kurt, good idea. I'm on alloy on the kicker, but that's all I've got. Not for long though. All right, here we go. Last time up the hill. Yeah, kickers are noisy. It's high pitch, so it goes through walls, I think. But some have like a low frequency rumble, and I don't think that applies to the kicker. A mile to go. Gotta keep my head screwed on for the gruppetto finish here. So I saw the sign come up, close the gap. I just wind it up. I don't stomp on it, I just wind into it. Race over. Those guys tried to go long. They went too long. All right. So I haven't talked in a while. I assume everybody kind of knows what's going on here. This is Zwift, the virtual cycling platform, where everyone you see is indoors somewhere on a bike, just like mine, paddling. Thanks, Kurt. Everybody's riding normal bikes, just like you'd find outside. Road bikes. You don't have to have a road bike to use it, but it's making indoor training fun. That's what it's all about. There's many ways to do it. What you saw today is racing. Zwift Racing is community organized. So we all just say, all right, meet up at this time, and we'll race. I was in the A category race, dropped off the back in lap 2. And kept it going there as best I could. And won our little gruppetto sprint. Thanks, David. Thanks, Kurt. So let's check out the numbers here. Zwift is recording my power. It's transmitting it into the game for instantaneous reactions. Like, you know, if I stand up and pedal harder, I get more watts out. You see that top left corner? But it also is tracking it over time. So we can go back right after the effort. We'll slow to a stop and we'll see what kind of watts we did today. That was a tough one. There's Gan. This guy was smashing us up. This is probably the reason I got dropped, this guy right here. But let's check out the effort real quick just to see what it looks like. This varies for everyone, so you know the raw watts that you saw for me are because I'm huge. I weigh 200 pounds, 93 kilograms, or 205 pounds, 93 kilograms, and I'm 6'4", 193 centimeters tall. So the numbers you see here, you can see what I did for this ride. I spent a lot of time in my threshold heart rate. Heart rate varies for everyone. But if we click end ride down here, we can see the sort of effort that went into this. So we always start out pretty hard. Orange is threshold, that's sort of like the power you can hold for an hour. Red is ouch. Sorry, this yellowish color. And then the blue is easier. So you can see I went pretty hard and then got up to a heart rate about 181 beats. And I held it there for quite a while and actually hit it back up. I caught back onto the group, but at that point I was gagging. So I just decided to shut it down because I knew they weren't going to slow down. And just shut it down for a little bit, try to get the heart rate back down, and then got caught up by this Japanese rider, guy flying the Japanese flag. So I stuck with him, we caught some other riders, and then you can see our hill climb efforts here with the red. But it's a lot easier than over here, which has a lot of orange and a lot of red. And then at the very end, we kind of went hard up the last hill. I was able to settle the heart rate just over threshold, and then pop a sprint there at the end. So that's kind of what it takes, what it looks like on Zwift Racing. We're here every Tuesday and Thursday for the KISS races. And there's other types of races all throughout the schedule, so be sure to check them out. Going on right now is the eCrit series. 3 races in the US, 1 race in Europe, all competing for slots in a live Zwift Racing final event. So be sure to check those out. That's really a competitive high-level racing. But there's racing for everyone, whether your FTP is 250 watts or if your FTP is 175 watts. It doesn't matter, you can race. It's a great motivation. a great way to chase pixels and just sort of get a little bit more out of it. Personally, like workouts like this, if I was to do this in like a workout or just go on my own, it would take a lot more time to expend this amount of effort that you see modeled here in the training stress score. So that's what we're all about in racing, is just giving you another way to get motivated to get on the bike and to sort of hurt yourself in a way, push your limits. So that's what it's all about. And you can check us out Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll put up my schedule here on Zwift Community Live. We got also commentary broadcasts, which are more like if you're watching a football game or a soccer game, whatever, watching pro cycling. That is what you would see. I'm just putting up my schedule here, and that's pretty much what we're all about here on Zwift Community Live. There's group workouts, all kinds of different sessions, but I'm here Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that's going to do it from us. Appreciate you joining. We'll be back quite soon, and look forward to seeing you then. Right on.